FOMC meeting, and all in all, I'd say we're holding pretty darn good. Let's see how we're looking. Hopefully people can hear us good here. We looks like the stream's working over there on X. Give a few seconds, let people jump in here. But Bitcoin, we'll come back here. We'll go check the trad marks first. But yeah, 64,755 up 0.8. So we see it got all the way down into the low 63. So we're up about what, 150, 1,500 rather points off the lows. A lot of liquidations like I kind of predicted. But we'll come back to Bitcoin here in a minute. Let's go take a quick look at the overall sentiment is we're doing okay. We're doing okay. I'm going to lose this picture in picture. I feel like my lighting's so terrible here. Hello and goodbye, everyone. I feel pretty good, to be honest with you. If you're just joining us, day after the FOMC meeting, of course, you already know they didn't change rates. We'll talk a little bit about it. But NASDAQ market's been open for 4 minutes is all. NASDAQ up 1.63%. Dow Jones up 0.56. We've got the S&P up 0.9. So, up from yesterday for sure. Hey, Earthling, GM, coming from X. See a bunch of people over there listening live. Appreciate you guys. We got through it. Big, always a big deal with the FOMC. Always a landmine, can blow our legs off or whatever, right? And it's always manipulating. You need to be careful, especially if you're trading on leverage, which I don't really suggest. I don't think many people know how to do it. And they use the manipulators, whether it's the market makers, whoever it is. Appreciate that, Earthling. I said, gotta respect this man's consistency. Yeah, we're here trying to do it. I've been doing my X space for almost 5 years now. So here doing it. I'm doing it anyway. I run a fund. That's my day job. So I'm here anyway trying to, and it's nice. We have people we can talk, share ideas, get some alpha. And lately we've been able to get, we got in early on some deals and turned out really well for the community and ourselves. So it's nice to have a community of people to talk about good ideas and things we like and whatever. But also, my goal is really to help you guys save some time. I'm up at about, at this point, I've been up at least 3 hours, right? Find out what's on the markets and whatever. And I have been doing that for 10 plus years since I've been full-time crypto. So, I'd like to save you a little bit of time, get you caught up, give you a little insight, hopefully. But appreciate you guys listening. Without you guys listening, I wouldn't be here either. So, but look, market up good. Hey, Scott, appreciate you. Earthling said, hell yeah, I see you, bro. Been here since 2000, seen you here every day. Yeah. Same thing to you, Earthling. Yeah. Been seeing you forever out here in the spaces. So I appreciate it. That's what it is, man. We find like-minded people and we do it. Scott, great space today, of course, from the Heine community. Helps me co-host my upcoming show, the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. All my other hosts, Kev was with me for 5 years plus. He's on a movie deal, 3 weeks now, 4 weeks. We haven't seen him. Enzo took a 3-day-a-week job, and they've wound up using him 5 days a week. But listen, if you can mine fiat, as we call it, if you got a job, you can earn money, buy this dip, do it, do it. If you have to work 3 jobs, it's great. But yeah, it's, or be here with us, try and trade these, catch a few meme coins and make your money that way. It's all good. But no, listen, I feel good about today. I think we got through the FOMC meeting. We'll talk about it. Not a whole lot said. There was all the, the market crash. Oh, third 33% chance of a rate hike. I told you I didn't think it would happen. It didn't, but there was some dissent. So it is what it is. But anyway, also Scott has at 6:30, 6:30 to about 9 a.m., 9:30 a.m. every day. There's a few morning shows I hit before I come in here, 3 to be precise. actually Scott's. Then we jump over to Cultures, the Trash Cat protocol for a few minutes, and then those kind of overlap, and then we jump in Digi's space. The DigiJoin space been going on. I think they're like 1,416 episodes. It's cool. It's cool, but I feel good. I feel good for a Thursday. I feel like we came out this relatively unscathed, right? Unscathed, excuse me. So I like it. Oil, we'll talk a little of the conflict over there. There has been an escalation. We talked about it yesterday. The like 13, 14 days of bombings. It stopped for 3 or 4 days, and then a surprise attack on Jordan. So they were hitting them pretty hard. I was watching some different feeds I watch, and they were looked like they were hitting Iran pretty hard. Of course, now the Houthis have got in there, and they're going back and forth with Saudi Arabia. Anyway, we'll see where that happens. But what I look at really is the oil. Oil is 83.41, up 7% plus yesterday. Today down 1.24%. So little progress there. Like I say, markets flying, crypto looking relatively strong, all things considered. I feel good about it. We've got Bitcoin 64,707. So it's up 0.6. So off the peak right there, but we'll see. I'll take that. Ethereum 1917, almost 1918, up 0.6. XRP $1.08, it's up 0.5%, and Solana at 74.15, up 0.7. So listen, we got to take that, especially for a Thursday FOMC meeting. Of course, I'm looking at Cash Cat and Ansem. Ansem first, the kind of kicked off this supply controlled creator meta, which has kind of spurred the market. It's at 179.80, so it's up pretty even, to be honest with you, but it's holding, right? So I'll take that. We'll see where it goes. The Black Bull started the bull meta, and Cash Cat was over on Robinhood. It's not doing quite as well. I mean, it did go way down, but it's up 19%, but overall it's kind of lost a little momentum. But I'm on my fifth. I'm 0 for 4 so far. I'm on my fifth play on Robinhood, but it's the Wild West over there. I'm still focused on Solana, and of course the Bitcoin bull, which we called it almost a 300x in here, called it 150,000, talked about it, and it's been slowly going up. 41.4. Jason, the founder, obviously OG Bitcoiner, super successful dude. You look up FU Money, you'll see a picture of Jason in one of his Lambos out there. I mean, dude, anyway. Oh, hey, Mr. Heine, the founder, Heinecoin. Appreciate you guys supporting me. I see people, both friends from X, also over there on YouTube and on X. Well, a lot of people listening live on X. Look, the bottom line of today is I'm feeling great. I'll take this. And we're, like I say, we're playing with some other things. But let me just say about Jason, he's working on stuff. He hinted today at a non-custodial wallet partnership, right? And he's looking, he said himself, he's looking to take this thing to a $3 billion coin, looking at it to be multi-cycle, and he's not going to stop working. He's very successful in real life, very successful in crypto. An early investor in Bitwise, early investor in Coinbase, early investor in SpaceX, all this stuff, right? So he's grinding. He's working. I've been working with him on a few things myself to help the community, and he's not stopping. So I wouldn't bet against him. We kind of had this issue, and this is just a chart in general. This is the 4-hour chart. When you look at it, it's beautiful. We kind of had this consolidation for a long time. It's a month old today, by the way. So we're only 30 days into this, but we stalled at 10. We kind of stayed at 10 to 11. We were there. When he broke through that, we got up to 20. We were stalled at that 10, 18 to 20 and a half million. And then boom, jumped all the way up to where we are now, which is, I know we wicked up close to 50, just over 49 million. And we've been here doing a consolidation, seen some whale candles trying to shake people out. Didn't work. and we're grinding. And so 41.6. Now I got to mention some other early supporters. DigiJoint, who we've known for years out here, like I say, is on over 1,400. They started this Bitcoin, baby Bitcoin, which is baby Meta is pretty common. Baby Doge is still big to this day. Anyway, came out a few days ago at like 15,000. At first, it was kind of between 50 and 200,000. Jason kind of came out and said, "Hey, kind of gave his stamp of approval, and for the fact that Jason's a Bitcoin bull, talked about it, supported it in the TBB. Also, it's a tax token, so there's a 4% buy and sell tax, and part of that goes back and buys the TBB chart and airdrops it to your wallet. So some people call those gimmicky. Some people don't like them, but it is a tax token. So when you get in and when you get out, you're paying 4%, and part of that goes in to buy the Bitcoin bull. So anyway, they're kind of working together with them. But man, they pumped up to shockingly over 1 million. So this morning wick down to 683, now at 846. So shout out to those guys. Happy to see people make money. Do your own research. They have a supply control too of about 65%, but you do. They're doing some airdrop. Like I say, I'm not heavily into it, but I'm obviously keeping my focus with TBB. But love to see people making money, and they are also all TBB holders and whatnot. So that's cool. Let's jump into some of the news that and talk a little bit about the FOMC. Pakistan said it's doing its utmost to revive talks. Good luck with that. I mean, working a little bit. We're not up. We're up 7% yesterday. Today, we're down, down 1%. So that's good, I guess. Oh, this was, I lied. And when it refreshed, it didn't pull it up. This was Meta. Meta earnings was down 10%. Guess we could go look at how it's doing. Looks like Meta kind of missed earnings, and Microsoft's doing good. Yeah, Microsoft soars out to 41 billion. AI bet clears major test. Meta stock sinks 10% on earnings. Earnings miss, barely passable quarter. So that's the chart I had up here, but it didn't stay when I refreshed it. So earnings as well. We're through the biggest, the FOMC. But this is basically some of the key points right here. Okay. They left the rate unchanged, fifth straight meeting. Fed votes 9-3 to hold them steady. 3 people voted for a rate hike. Warsh called it a good family fight or whatever, healthy family fight. Fed says economic, and he doesn't say much. He doesn't say a bunch. He does not giving any forward guidance, stuff like that. He's trying to keep his cards close to the vest, right? But he said economic activity is expanding at a solid pace despite uncertainty. Fed says job gains have kept pace with the workforce, and the Fed remains committed to its 2% inflation rate. That's basically all he said. Oh, yeah, thank Heine, it's Friday Eve. That's a saying over in the Heine community. Thank Heine, it's Friday. That'll be tomorrow. We'll wrap up the week. If we can hold these numbers, I like it. We still have the war. That doesn't seem to be having the massive effects it was. And we have, of course, the Clarity Act, which we're not hearing much about. So I don't know. But we got through a big hurdle, which was this week and the Fed meeting. Now, this is what I've been saying for the last few days. Be careful, especially if you're in leverage. Market makers use this to, they throw out their FUD early on. They scare out the long, people short. Long or short, you got liquidated. $286 million. Traders hit, this from Bitcoin News. Traders hit with $286 million in Bitcoin crypto liquidations as Fed volatility whipsaws markets. So majors had a little change over the last 24 hours, but sharp swings around the Fed triggered 286 million in liquidations across 86,000 traders. So according to CoinGlass. So yeah, be careful out there, man. You're just sitting ducks out there for the big money out there and the market makers. PCE at 3.7, expected 4.1. More evidence that inflation's not as bad as expected. That could be ammo for the Fed to keep rates the same or even rate cut. And we have September meeting right before the midterms. People are calling for a rate hike. I don't know. I don't see it before the midterms like that, to be honest with you. But we'll see. Trump, of course, came out and said he thought we should cut rates. A lot of people believe that. We got an interest to pay on the debt and the housing market in shambles. Here's some huge news. Spain's largest bank, Banco Santander, I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, reports owning 4.3 million in spot Bitcoin ETFs. So big banks are buying it on their balance sheets. So, it's not just Saylor who hasn't bought. We have our biggest buyer been out for 5 or 6 weeks, sidelined, and we're still holding strong. So, growth was not as disappointed, I should say. Economic growth came in below expectations. The U.S. economy grew 1.5 annualized in Q2. Market expected 2.1. So that was a disappointment. We didn't have the growth we wanted. Not necessarily a good thing. But inflation down a little. I thought this big. We've been hearing a lot of talk around Samsung, doing their wallets, doing their potential cards and stuff. So Samsung SDS and exploring stablecoin infrastructure and AI-powered payment models with Danamu, the operator of the Korean exchange Upbit. So Samsung's going full ham into their app, which is smart. Get all their users using a credit card, using crypto wallets. So, yeah, looking good. Binance, we talked about this yesterday, not these numbers, but the good numbers. Binance has only been doing this stock thing, their B stocks, for 7 weeks now, and they're hitting, massive volumes, and especially over the weekend. We talked about that, I think, on yesterday's show. But they've got 500 million assets under management. So they're literally sitting with $500 million. So we know RWA and all this is good. So yeah, I think we have to be happy with where we are, right? Unless you got liquidated, and I stay away from the leverage, especially the high leverage, because they literally just see those positions, they take them, come up with news, use an excuse. Keep in mind, we're still an highly unregulated market. So the market is still very manipulated. Keep that in mind. That's pretty much it for the news. Like I said, my overall vibe is good. But let's check back on everything just real quick before we wrap it up. And you please join us at the Scott and myself, and we'll have other speakers at the GM Bitcoin Morning Show. But let's refresh this, see where we're at. Oil down even a little more, 83.40. It looks like down 1.26%. But let's refresh this and see what we got. Yeah, so oil at 1% down still, but the Nasdaq up 2.29%. Wow, that's a big jump. I'll take that. We've got Dow up 0.64, S&P up 1.13. Probably kind of dust settling a little bit. That happens here. We've got take a look at Bitcoin, see what that's saying. Bitcoin, we overtook 65. Very nice. Nice little jump since we've been talking. 65,077. Man, if we can get that and maintain it through the weekend, I'm a happy camper come Monday. I'm a happy camper. I'll be playing with some meme coins and grinding behind the scenes. And but yeah, 1%. I'll take that. 6507. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. TBB, we've got 41.8. Holding strong. The baby Bitcoin, our guy over there on DigiJoints, 858. You're going to have a retracement. We'll see if they can hold through today. But yeah, that's Bitcoin. I'll take that Bitcoin chart all day, to be honest with you. If we can hold over 65. So you see, nearly a couple $1,000 drop just on jitters, right? On jitters. But if you're holding spot, you don't care. If you bought the dip, congratulations. Long-term Bitcoin's going to $1 million. We're going to be out of this bear market. We got the war. We got the Clarity Act. We reported yesterday the SEC, CFTC are doing some behind-the-scenes stuff with the in case the Clarity Act doesn't pass, but that's not as good as having legislation. The big companies, the trillions of dollars will come in when we have the legislation. But that's about it. Join me in about 5-6 minutes, the top of the hour. Appreciate everyone joining here live. I think we should be happy with where we're at. Might even continue to go up. And yeah, summertime, hit the golf course, hit the lake, mow the lawn, hit the gym, hit the pool, hit the beach, hit the waves, whatever you got planned here. And I will say we'll be here tomorrow to wrap up the week for the Thank Heine It's Friday edition of the show. And like I say, join us for an hour here in about 5 minutes at Crypto Bull Ron. If you're on Twitter, obviously, we'll do that and we'll talk more and we'll maybe talk more about some meme coins as well as what's going on in the Fed. Any other, we have a few people that feed us breaking news as well since we're doing this. But yeah, appreciate you guys. Have a great day. We'll come back tomorrow. We'll try and end this up and try and make some money.